Greetings YouTube, this is Sixus, and with me is...
EV Sceptile, hello.
And we're doing another episode of Custom Cards Spotlight. And in this one, why don't you begin with Dynamist Paris?
Yes, Paris is a grass bug type from Pokemon Red and Blue. Oh, I got you. You were talking about the card.
You know, I forgot that Pokemon existed.
I did too. Until I read it and I was like, oh yeah, that's a Pokemon. All right. So it's a fusion pendulum, which I already like because it's a fusion. Once per turn, you can make this card's pendulum scale 6. It's base 3. That's nice. Until the end of this turn, when a card or effect is activated, you contribute a Dynamist. And if you do negate the activation, if you do destroy it, you can only use this effect once per turn. So nothing new except for the pendulum scale changing. The monster effect, the fusion requirements is a Dynamist plus a machine, which
They are
is
missing.
pretty easy to do.
Yeah.
Must first be either fusion or special summon by attributing the above cards you control, in which case you do not use poly, similar to the Draco Slayer.
Yeah,
This card,
yeah, the Mighty Draco Slayer.
right. This card can attack your opponent directly. If this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you can add one Dynamist card from your deck to your hand. You can only use this effect of Paris once per turn. Once per chain, during your battle phase or your opponent's main phase, you can place this card in your unoccupied pendulum zone. This is a quick... I like it. 1300 attack is pretty weak, but it does attack directly, so
Yeah.
I would say that's
The
pretty
entire
good.
the entire idea is that it's a more consistent version of Tailwind, which such as whenever destroyed something by battle. This one just has to attack, do damage.
Right.
And
Right.
I like that it can count as either a 3 or a 6, which is useful because that's the two skills that Dynamist already have. It's a 4, which is actually very good for it because, if it gets destroyed because it's a pendulum, it's going to go to the extra deck, so you can just pendulum summon it back out.
Right, because that's the first to be fusion or special summon by tributing.
Yep.
So, and it does cost 2 monsters to bring it out, and because of the attack, it is kind of relatively weak to be sacrificing 2 monsters. However, you can just get those monsters right back.
Yeah.
By pendulum summoning, and it's a pretty good effect, honestly.
It's great for consistency. A negation as a pendulum effect is very useful. It can definitely help with awkward scales.
Yep.
So,
And if you have your zones filled and you negate, then you could send this card back to the pendulum zone. I like that.
yeah, and it does keep with the Dynamist theme of battle focus.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's a very good one. Let's move on.
Artwork's pretty good too. Fits pretty well. It looks a little more organic, but I mean it works.
Yeah, I'm sure they had to find the artwork from something already existing. Anyway, so moving on to the next one, Seto the Dragon Priest.
Yep. It's a spellcaster, level 8, light. And by the way, for anyone wondering, I'm going to be reading the card effects because I've never read these before, and Sixtus is going to be evaluating them, basically, like saying all the little details, because he's seen these before. I have.
Yeah, I'm the one
When
that
you
selected
draw this,
these.
yeah. When you draw this card, you can reveal it, special summon this card. Hey, that sounds like... If this card battles a monster except a dragon type, its attack becomes double its current attack during the damage step only. If this card is destroyed by a battle or card effect, you can special summon a blue eyes white dragon from your hand, deck, or graveyard. Okay, well that makes sense.
I just like the idea of giving it its own Mahad.
Yeah.
Yeah. It does the same thing, so you're probably not going to want it because of the summon condition. It's kind of awkward. You have to draw it, but not in your opening hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the double attack mechanic too, similar to Mahad. If I'm correct, it's the exact same thing.
Yeah, Mahad just doubled its attack if it's attacking a dark monster. But this one's any dragon, any non-dragon that is. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. I guess it's also... I can't remember if Mahad, if you draw it by any other means, will it work? I think it's only during the draw phase, right?
Correct. It's only draw phase, I believe.
So this is a little bit better if you're using like trade-in. It also counts as a trade-in target.
Oh yeah, that is a benefit, yeah.
think it would probably be worth running a 1.
Okay.
Maybe.
But yeah, not really that much to say about that one.
Once again, the artwork is amazing.
Yep. Okay, next up we have Reptilian Syndra.
Oh, my Reptilian card. Didn't we have a Reptilian card last time?
Yes.
And it was kind of bad?
Yes.
Well, let's hope that's different this time. It's also level 8.
Yep.
Dark Reptile cannot be normal summoned or set. Must be special summoned from your hand by attributing 2 face-up monsters with 0 attack from either side of the field. It cannot be special summoned by other ways. So, what's the boss monster that's
Basky.
currently...
It's
Yeah,
Basky.
yeah. Let's see. Negate the effects of all monsters you controls with 0 attack. There can only be 1 Syndra on the field. 2600 attack, 0 defense.
It's basically a replacement boss monster.
Yes. What does Vashki do though?
Once per turn,
You
you
just
can
destroy
select...
a face-up monster your opponent controls.
Yeah.
That's... I don't know. I'm kind of thinking that's better.
Which one?
The original.
Oh.
I mean, there's no attack requirement. It's just once per turn, select and destroy a face-up monster opponent
Yeah.
controls.
But
Control
blanket negation, especially if you have something to just Ghost of a Goods, I think.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
Or
about.
Universal Adapter, I think that's the name of it. Yeah, ones like those could... It has the potential to negate a bunch of cards.
Right, and just random cards your opponent are running for like link fodder that have 0 attack.
Yeah.
It could be good, but overall, I think Reptilian need more help getting stuff to 0 before they can bring out more boss monsters.
Hey, I'm trying to limit it to 1 card per archetype so far. So I could make an entire Reptilian video, but instead it's just like... they're going to be popping up for a while.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, so next up.
Yeah. Once again, the card artwork is really good. Invasion Zone. Something tells me this is an alien card. When this card is activated, add an alien card from your deck to your hand. This effect of Invasion Zone can only be activated once per turn. Excuse me. Each time an alien monster is normal or special summoned, place an A counter on face-up monsters on the field for each. Ooh! If this card would be destroyed by card effect, you can remove a counter from anywhere on the field instead. I like it. During damage count, monsters with A counters lose 3... Oh, yes.
Finally, we can actually have the monsters just have the ability, not wait for a specific one with the ability written to show up.
Either you made this card, or you paid someone to make this card for you.
I did.
This is really good.
This is actually the one that made me think to do these kind of videos, which is why I'm surprised it showed up in the second episode and not in the first.
That is confusing. But we did have an alien card in the first one, too.
I think it's because I forgot.
A lot of reptile. Expecting some venom to pop up at some point.
Eventually.
But yeah, that's really cool. The artwork makes sense.
Yeah, it adds some consistency. It makes it easier to place counters. And it doesn't die easily. Which are all very good.
It makes me think of the Endymion.
Oh, Endymion?
Magical Citadel?
Oh, yeah, that one.
Yeah, a similar concept.
Oh, about producing counters, and it can remove counters in it to protect itself.
Yep. It's just a really good card overall. It helps with pretty much every problem they have. The counter effect, the placing of counters, and searching even further. It's wow. I wish that was real.
Me too.
This is the first card.
Too.
This is the first card on this list, and I'm like, wow, why isn't this real?
And up next, we have one that I definitely like.
This seems kind of random to me. Doriado the Charmer Elemental. Okay. I just realized there's 1850 attack, so this is a Charmer card, but also a Doriado card.
The entire thing, in case you don't know, Doriado was originally a ritual monster, which was like level 3 or something like that, and its effect was that it counts as all attributes, which does fit and make the Charmer's a lot easier to work with.
That would make sense if they combine.
Yeah.
Kind of like, they did with Gaia and Black Luster Soldier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
While face up on the field, this card is also all the attributes. You can only use each effect per turn. If you control a monster with 1500 attack and 200 defense, you can special summon this card from your hand or graveyard by banishing when it leaves the field. So, what's his name? Gigabyte, or Gigabyte, whatever it's pronounced.
That one, Nefarious Archfiend Eater Nefariousness, and Inari File.
Yeah. And also, if this card is summoned, you can set a possess continual spell / trap directly from your deck. Well, possess was not capitalized, so it's a bad card. Skip.
Actually, there's a reason for that. It's because the ones we have are like unpossessed, so it's not the first letter, so it's not even capitalized in the cards it touches.
Dang.
Very nice attention to the detail.
Well, it works. Yeah. It's kind of like Elswarm. Yeah. That makes sense. It's pretty good.
I love the idea of combining them, and also it's just like Inari and the other, I don't know what, Charmer beasts, I guess, are all easy as summon if you control a possessed. No.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, one of those, and therefore you can get 3 summons off of just 2 special ones out of just 1 normal summon, which, given that this one counts as any of them, can let you easily summon out like particularly the familiar possessed versions of Lena and Dark.
Those two are the best, right?
Yep, they have the best effects when searched out, other than just having piercing damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes it's not that worth it, but at the same time, I love the idea of a card that has an effect, especially when itself from the deck.
Yeah, that's never been repeated ever.
Yeah.
So that's very interesting.
So yeah, anything else you want to add about this one?
Well, as usual, card art is pretty good.
You're gonna love the next one.
Oh my lord. Anti-Violon Prima? Oh my goodness. I've truly been blessed.
I knew you'd love a Vion.
Thunder Link effect. They do have another Thunder monster. 2 monsters with the same type except tokens. Oh no, it's generic. It's gonna be abused. It's gonna be another needle fiber. If this card is Link summoned, you can add an equipped spell from your deck to your hand. Makes sense. Oh, that searches Rod.
Yeah.
Oh no. While equipped a Violon.
Well, equipped with a.
By a Violon equipped spell card, you can add 1 Violon card from your deck to your hand. Then destroy a face-up Violon card you control. The equip spell, and then that card searches another. Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Each effect of anti-Violon Prima can only be activated. 1700 attack. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's honestly good. And really, I don't think you can abuse it too much, other than the fact that you can very easily search Rod of Silence. And and we had this conversation earlier, not on camera, I don't think. But if that combo that Vylons have is searchable, then the deck will probably get banned. I'm being real with you.
But yeah, I'm glad that with this there's a lot of restrictions, such as a hold once per turn on the entire effect, and it says you can't use tokens, which is very useful. And it's a callback to the few Thunder monsters that they actually have in archetypes, such as Prism. But yeah, I just find the name kind of odd. Anti-Vion. I don't get the anti
Yeah, it's
part.
black instead of being white. That means it's racist.
Okay, odd leap in logic.
If it's anti, that means it's bad, and if it's black, it's being racist.
Okay, with that weird comment stated, let's move on to the next one.
Archfiend's Whip. It's the Archfiend, the Dragon Tamer or whatever.
Beast Tamer.
Beast Tamer,
who is always treated as an Archfiend card.
But more anime. The counter trap. When a spell, oh, this is a long one. When a spell, trap, or monster effect is activated on the field while you control another Archfiend card with the same card type, monster, spell, or trap, negate that activation. If you do, your opponent can choose to destroy that card or shuffle it into the deck. Okay. Pretty good. You most likely won't be negating trap, so trap currently won't be too big of a deal. But you do have Archfiend's Call.
Yeah.
Okay. Then set that card to your destroyed. Then during your turn, you can banish this card from your grave. Send one Archfiend monster from your deck to the grave. Then you can special summon a Fiend monster from your hand that is 2 levels lower than that monster. You can only use each effect of Whip.
I love the negation way. It's just like it only works if you control a card, an Archfiend card that's the same, which does fit because they have continuous spells, continuous traps, and monsters, obviously.
So then they also have that field spell too. I think it's called Archfiend's Labyrinth.
Yeah.
So that'll work as well.
Labyrinth. Something like that.
Yeah. So, yeah, I could see this being pretty good.
Yeah, I like that unique turn on it, and I find your opponent gets to choose if it goes back into the deck or gets destroyed, but if it gets destroyed, you take it. I find that very interesting. And also the graveyard effect, which is you can send one from your deck to your graveyard, which is already good, but then you can summon one from your hand that's 2 levels lower, which because they're mainly like 4, 6, and 8 works perfectly. They tend to have even numbers. So yeah, that's really good.
Yeah. And once again, the card art is very good. Edited in a Sceptile with heart eyes.
And in terms of the artwork, I love the callback to a old Archfiend that I don't think people even realize is an Archfiend.
It really shouldn't be, but it is. What in Japan is it like Demon Tamer or something?
Probably because Demon and Devil get automatically central to Archfiend, which became problematic when they started doing the actual Archfiend archetype.
Yeah, they didn't have archetypes back then. Oh, Lord.
Well, up next.
All right. Let's see. Ooh, a Shadow card. And this... Wow. That artwork. Wow. It looks just like an actual card. It looks like she's got like
It's from Batman. Of course it's good.
Oh, yes. That's right. Batman's really good. It looks like she's got like either a big balloon or a whoopee cushion. Shadow Priestess Winda. This is like a level 4 version of Fusion. Flip. If you have a Shadow card in your hand, you can special summon one Shadow monster from your deck, then discard one Shadow card. Cannot be destroyed by battle. If this card is in the grave because it was sent there by a card effect, you can Fusion summon one Shadow Fusion monster from your extra deck by banishing materials from your field or grave. Ooh, including this. Ah, you can only use each effect once. And you can only use one effect per turn only once that turn. Gotcha. Yep. That's pretty good.
Yeah, because it keeps the hold once per turn on both effects, which settles already have. And one thing I like about it is it's unlike Falco. When it's flipped, it specials a monster face up, not face down. So we can actually make the link with this card.
Yes. Falco being the most odd, out-of-place tuner ever.
Yeah.
This kind of had to be run because of the summoning.
Yeah, but at the same time, it summoned the monster face down. Right. Which doesn't let you advance plays on your own turn.
Right. So this can help you bring out your Link monster faster, and it can also help you fusion summon once it's sent to the grave.
Yep.
A card effect. So it's overall, it's really good. Also, the discarding with the flip effect can also enable more.
Final one.
Yuna, the Melodious Angel. Played Melodious at one point. Light level 4 fairy. It's also a pendulum. If you would fusion summon a Melodious fusion monster, you can also banish monsters from your grave as materials. Once per turn during either player's turn, you can destroy this card. If you do, place a Melodious monster from your graveyard on the top of the deck. If you control a fusion monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. If this card is summoned, you can add one add from your deck to your hand one Melodious monster or one Poly spell or fusion spell card, except the fusion wave motion. You can only use this effect once per turn. 1400 attack, 1100. Go to.
Okay, personally, I feel like adding the all fusion spell card is a bit unnecessary, given they don't even have their own fusion spell.
Right. They
But
have something that does it, but it's not called a fusion
yeah,
spell.
so I'm just like, if you kept it to Polymerization and Melodious, that would make sense. But yeah, it's just like,
Yeah, they really kind of failed big time with the fusion department.
oh, with Melodious?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
remember, the Austin Auto only works if you control no monsters. You know, that fusion spell?
yeah.
Yeah, it's not... It doesn't work too well with that. But yeah, it's just like the fact that what it itself can count as a fusion spell. You know, like, because it lets you fusion someone by banishing
Yes.
them from your graveyard. I'd say that's really good and definitely something that they need because they don't really use the graveyard at all.
Well, here's the thing. It doesn't use them as it's not a fusion spell itself. It's kind of like cybernetic fusion support or whatever it's called.
Uh-huh.
Where if you fusion, you get to use them from the
Yeah,
graveyard.
yeah. But it just like, it helps out given that you can... There's another card that can search polymerization. Tam Tam. So
Yeah, that's right. That's
yeah.
right.
Oh, and that one has the effect when it's special summoned, so I'm guessing there's another pendulum with this one. I just haven't found it yet. The fact that you can do this special in Tam Tam within sets out polymerization, and then you could use the polymerization, and Yuna would let you use the graveyard to summon it.
Pretty good.
That actually helps, and also just giving them pendulums makes them better because they only work when special summoned.
Right. Why didn't they do that?
It was
Why
all-
did they give pendulums to Lunalites?
Seriously, it's Arc 5, like you said, Lunalites, Fluffors.
It's like Lunalites got everything right, but not this.
Then there was Super Samurais. All of these got pendulums. And Arc 5, the pendulum series, but not the one that actually would have benefited from it the most.
Oh, Lord. Yeah,
Like-
because you really can't even run pendulums too effectively in Super Heavy Samurais. Because there's only 2 of them.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just like, seriously, if you could put them in to Melodious, you already have a fix to one of the problems with Melodious.
Right. It'd be so much easier.
Yeah. But did they do it? No. But some people have come up with ideas that would work.
Yes. Now, I must say the card artwork, while it is good artwork, I don't think it matches Melodious too well.
I think the musical notes and the musical note around the belt is fitting enough. Yeah.
I guess. I'm just talking about like the color scheme. It doesn't really make me think of a Melodious card. It makes me think more of like a Valentine's Day Cupid type thing.
I see your point on that. Yeah.
Because even the red part of what I was assuming, was that like a vest or something? I don't know. It even kind of looks like a heart at first glance.
Yeah. Good point. Anyway, so anything you want to say about this episode?
This was a good episode. The artwork is fantastic. Not a one of these looked really bad. And once again, the only card that I really thought was bad on this list was the Reptilian.
Oh, come on.
Keeping up with tradition.
Well, that's all for this time.